Okay, that was easy. I can always edit and go as I go.
The joys of editing.
The joys of editing. Well, hold on. Hey guys, what's up? I am speaking to one of my friends, Dale. That's on my Facebook here. It's early in the morning, you guys. If you wanted a MEPiCNation video and I'm doing a life documentary, then I figured I may as well do it at... What time is it now? Well, it is 8 in the morning and I'm still in my robe. Most of you are cursing me already because you're at work. Say hi, Dale.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Everybody can hear that, I'm sure. And Dale was saying to me, he was watching the original Tundra video I did. It was a build video for a remote control vehicle. And I was kind of reminiscing about how it started, and I thought this would be a good opportunity of a real life thing to show you. So, you guys may not know this, that are the new people that are watching. People always ask me what I do for a job now. What do I do for a job? It's a big mystery. We should have some sort of big betting pool going. Hey Dale, you like that idea?
Yeah, we should.
It's real simple, guys. Before I used to be into IT. I did a lot of information technology, computer networking in the corporate field, and I was telling Dale when I started doing RC videos that I used to be a manager and I'd dispatch technicians into the working field to go and fix computer networks for these big, huge oil and gas companies that had technical problems, email problems, all that kind of stuff that we couldn't fix over the phone at the support group, so we had to send techs out. And I had a desk, ironically much like the one I have here where I stare at a wall all day. That wasn't fun. Your mind starts to wander, and I had already purchased my MGT, Dale. You remember? You've seen my MGT in the videos.
Yeah.
I was watching RC videos and I thought to myself, I could do ones that were different. I liked it. I found myself sitting at the desk all the time, man, looking, and as I was saying, there was only about 900 videos online at that time. And I started looking at the little scale trucks, the little ones, and watching how people were filming, and it was kind of shaky, and it was what I would thought was too high, and staring at the wall all day. I didn't really have much imagination, so... Hey! I'm telling a story on camera here!
Yeah, tell your story.
And I gotta say, man, I didn't like being a technician or like a manager. It was too stressful. And that's why I found myself kind of drifting away, from my work. I didn't want to be there anymore, I could certainly tell, and that was right before the recession hit. And so I got the crawling bug by watching YouTube videos. Ironically, does everybody think that's ironic? I think that's ironic. So I started filming them. That's the bottom line. Started off and I did that Tundra video series, which you guys are... Well, some of you may have seen the build series. Dale here is just starting to see the series. It's old, and we're talking about being on camera, and that was my first time being on camera. And I would link a video here to you guys, but I'm trying to keep the two channels separate, so... If you want to look for it on YouTube, you can look for RC Adventures Tundra Build Video 1. And that'll take you to it. And it was actually the first build video series on YouTube. And I've got a big long history about how this happened on the site at RC Sparks in the studio history. It's a big, long read. It took me a half an hour just to read it to myself. It's too long, but I know some folks out there like to read. So I did the IT thing, 10 years or so, and that's how I'm able to do all this stuff, is that I have a history of learning how technology works. And really, Dale, when did you get into doing RCs, buddy?
August of last year.
August last year. It was your first time getting into RCs ever?
Yep.
Nice. I remember when I was much younger, my folks ended up getting me a small RC car. Nothing hobby grade, it was a toy, of course. I was only about 12 years old. But it was, my buddy down the road had an RC, and I think that's where it kind of started for me, is I had that little seed implanted in my mind, and then I couldn't afford it. I remember going into the hobby stores, looking at the price of those trucks, and going, oh my God, there's no way I can afford that. Until one day when I went home from the technical job I was talking about and thought, I need a new hobby. I used to be a DJ. I used to do all the music stuff and music production. I even created a vinyl record. Did you know that? Yeah, I think you knew that.
I didn't know that.
You didn't? Oh,
No.
shit. Yeah, I have my own record, man. It's too bad. I have it right over, it's out of camera range right now, but I do have my own vinyl.
Nice.
It was through a collaboration of meeting somebody on the internet, Marcus D. Pearsall, DJ Mark D. from Pennsylvania. This is when MSN Messenger was like one of the big deals out there when it first came out, and I was able to talk to people. And he was a radio DJ online too. So he produced records and had a small record label, and him and I started a record label called Natural Born Spinners. Yeah, those were good times, man. So I figured out how to use a whole bunch of music software back in the days, and that's how I started, learning how to create scores of music and using loops and different tracks and stuff to make the music I do for RC Adventures. That's how I ended up getting there, and really all this technology, my wife to be, Jem, always laughs when I say this, because it's like old Al Bundy and his 4 touchdowns in a single high school game, his big moment. I remember in grade 6 in elementary school, I won the gold medal at the science fair for how a satellite works. And I knew that technology back then was something that interested me. Of course, satellites then were huge, ridiculous, dishes that TV companies use. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I kept doing my technology, kept doing that stuff, and when I left that job, I was still employed there, but I went home and I said to Jem, I need a new hobby. I said, I don't want to be a DJ anymore. I kind of accomplished that. I had the vinyl record, everything was done, and I said, I'm going to go out and spend $1,000. I can afford it fine. I'm going to go spend $1,000 and I'm going to get myself a monster truck, and that's where the MGT started.
Wow.
Yeah. Troubleshooting our way through it. Eh?
Sounds like a lot of money, but it's not really.
No, it's not a money. Not a lot of money. It turned out that the MGT cost me a total of $2,000. Dale, move your mic away from the speakers if you can. Is that a little better? Yeah, that's better. I'll turn it down on my side a little too. $2,000 for nitro. Well, I think when I walked out, the first $1,000 was for a bottle of nitro. I had to have a glow plug starter. I had to have extra glow plugs. Glow plugs are for engines, by the way, for those who don't know. They actually have a glow coil that gets really hot, and it ignites the fuel in the actual motor itself, engine. You had to have a starter, and you had to buy the actual truck. Plus, you had to have a battery for the radio. So, almost $1,000 walking out of the hobby store right there. But I remember when I went into the store, and people that know me will laugh at this. I went into the store and I said, I want the biggest, the best, the fastest, and the one that can jump the highest.
Why am I not surprised?
But I hear that all the time now. Hey, everybody wants to know what's the biggest, the best, and the fastest. And the truth of the matter is it doesn't fucking exist. It's all about making it what you want it to be. You know this, Dale. You really have to make an effort to mold your RC into what you want.
Yep, for sure.
Kind of like life. Kind of like learning to practice speaking on camera like we're doing right now. I'm still in my robe, people.
So am I, actually. Be honest.
The beauty of working at home. So, that's really where that came from, and I guess that's the end of today's MEPiCNation, but at least you know a little bit more about me, and now I have to answer less questions.